Today, our verse is John chapter 20, verse 18. Mary Magdalene went and announced to the disciples, "I have seen the Lord," and that he had said these things to her. After the crucifixion, some women observed the burial and marked the tomb of Jesus. One of these women was Mary Magdalene. She was restless throughout that night, I'm sure, and the following day. And on the first day of the week, she hastened very early to the tomb, only to find that Jesus' body was no longer there. She ran to inform the other disciples, who arrived, confirmed the news, and returned home. But Mary remained outside the tomb, weeping. Then something extraordinary happened. As she stood there weeping, she looked into the tomb again and saw two angels sitting where the body of Jesus had been, one at the head and the other at the feet. They asked Mary why she was weeping, and she said they had taken the body of Jesus and she did not know where they had laid him. Then she turned around and saw another person who appeared to her like a gardener, and she addressed the supposed gardener, "Sir, if you have carried him away, tell me where you have laid him, and I will take him away." Mary wishes to behold the body of Jesus and treat it with respect and dignity it deserves. So much love in this woman. Then Jesus called her name, and she almost wanted to cling to Jesus. What a great joy to know that Jesus was there with her and alive. Jesus then gave her a message for the disciples to go tell them that he was ascending to God. In our verse, Mary Magdalene carries out the instruction of Jesus. She went and announced to the disciples. Mary Magdalene becomes the first witness of the resurrection because of her love and persistence in waiting around the tomb to find the missing body of Jesus. Jesus therefore revealed himself to her. Our love for God and persistence in seeking the face of God can bring God's light and revelation to our quest. Why can we trust the resurrection story? Because ordinarily people would not believe the testimony of women. So if the gospel writers knew that and still put it down, it means these were facts they could not deny. Mary Magdalene reminds us of the role of women in ministry. The place and role of women in the church cannot and should not be undermined. However, Mary teaches us about collaboration with the apostles in ministry. The apostles received the message from the woman, meaning that they too must be humble to listen to the voice of the risen Jesus from women disciples. Mary Magdalene immediately went and carried out the instructions of Jesus. She announced to the disciples that she had seen the Lord and that Jesus had told her those things to tell them about the resurrection and ascension. Mary is obedient to the message of the risen Christ and carries it out promptly. That is what true discipleship is about. Listening to the message of Jesus and carrying it out, delivering the message to the recipients. Sometimes the Lord may want us to deliver a specific message to a person or a group. How promptly do we do it? And how effectively do we communicate it? To deliver the message of Jesus, we must have experienced and heard from Jesus like Mary Magdalene. So the invitation today is to stay by the tomb of Jesus. That is, stay close to Jesus in prayer, where he reveals himself to us and speaks to our hearts and gives us the message and tools for discipleship and mission. Lord, give us the grace of Mary Magdalene to love and remain close to you and be persevering in prayer. Amen. God bless you, and I wish you a wonderful day.